Yeah, topic. Joint denier. Look at the symbol. Joint denier. Look at the symbol. And its characteristics. We are trying to know the characteristics of this man. How this man judge. He's not judging K, joint denier, L. Characteristics of joint denier. We said number one, it acts like AND gates. What is AND gates? Multiplication. It acts like what? AND gates. What is the AND gate? Multiplication. What differentiates him from AND gate is that he changes true argument to the word false. He changes true argument to the word false. That means when two of you say true, he changes to word false. Then number three, it changes false argument to the word true. He changes what? False. When two of you say false, it will say what is what? True. Are you get what I'm saying? So you now see that he changes this true to the false and false to the what? True. This is what differentiates him from what? AND gate. Except that is AND gate. Well, let us look at example. Example, truth table of what? K double imply L. We said what? Look at the argument of K. True, false. True, false. Well, look at it. Then what do we say? True. He said no, it's going to the false. He changes true to the false. Any other thing is multiplication. But look at T times F. We give you what? F. F times T will give me F. Then false, he said no, it's going to the word true. So you see now, changing false to the word true and changing true to the word false. Except that, any other thing is what? Multiplication. Can we see it here clearly? We said what? True, false. True being what? 1. Then false means 0. Then true, false, 2, false. Well, look at it. 1 times 1, he said no. If you know that 1 times 1 is supposed to give me 1, he said no, it's going to be what? 0, which is what? False. Have you seen it now? He changes what? 1 times 1 to the what? 0. Then now, 1 times 0 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. And what? 0 times 0, he said no, it's going to be what? 1. Look at it. You will now see that he changes what? True to the word false. And the false to the word true. And that is his own word characteristics. Can we see more example of it? Topic. Joint denier. The symbol and its characteristics. We are giving one example on joint denier. Let's see how he judged two arguments. That's where we are now. The example said true table of K and gate L joint denier into L joint denier M. Well, look at it. I come to this. I'm going to do this as I normally do in my calculator. I will do this. After doing this, I will do this. The result I get here, which will give me one result, here will give me one result when I finish. These two results will be judged by this man. Then we'll come to that. I started with this one. K and gate L. This is AND gate. What is the characteristics of AND gate? He said he will only say what? True. When two of you have said what? True. But any other things is false to him. This man said it will only say for true when two of you have said true. Any other things is what? Otherwise is what? False. Then who are they judging? They're judging KL. I hold KL. TT is T. True is true. True false is false. True false is false. False true is false. False true is false. False is false. False is false. You have you seen it? It will only say true when two of you have said what? True. Have you seen where we say true? That's where you have true. Any other thing is what? False. Then I come to what? This man. This joint denier M. Then I look at this. What's the characteristics of this joint denier? The characteristics is what? He act like AND gate. That means he multiply. He's doing multiplication. That's AND gates. Then also, he changes false to the true and the true to the word false. This is the characteristics of this man. He act like AND gate, multiplication. Then now, he changes false to the word true and true to the word false. Well, look at it. LM. I'm talking about LM. This true, it will say it's word false. True false, which is multiplication, it will give me false. That's 1 times 0, it will give me what? 0. 0 times 1 will give me what? 0. 0 times 0, that's the false. It changes to the word true. True, true, it changes to the word false. True, false is false. False, true is false. False, false, he said is going to the word true. Should I come again? I come again, look at this one. True, true, it changes to the false. Then multiplication all about. I said it is all about what? Multiplication. The only thing that differentiates him from multiplication, which we call augment, the only thing that differentiates him from augment is that he changes false, false to the word true, and true, true to the word false. Other things is a multiplication. That means it's an augment. It's act like what? Augment. But what differentiates him from augment is that he changes false, false to the word true, and true, true to the word false. But look at it. Look at this. It's an augment. True, true, he said is going to be false. True, false, which is now multiplication. Give me what? False. False, true, to give me false is the multiplication, which is 0 times 1 is 0. Then false, false, it changes to be true. True, true, it changes to be false. True, false is false. False, true is false. False, false is true. Have you said it now? I have finished this man now. Then what I have now, this is this, and this is this. Look at it. This is this, and this is this. Then I now come to what? The final stage, which means this man and this man, what I have here and what I have here, this man will judge it, which is this and this. That's what he's judging. And again, I'm holding it. Then what is characteristics? He's an augment. He acts like augment. But what differentiates him from augment, which is this man, what differentiates him from augment is that he changes word true, true to the false, and false, false to the word true. Then I have this. T times F, F. T times F, F. F times F, which is true, true, it changes to the word false. Then false, false, it changes to the word true. F times T, F. F, F, which is a false, false, it changes to the word true. False, false, it changes to the word true. False, false, it changes to the true. False, true is false. So I've said it now. So it will only change false, false to the word true, and true, true to the word false. Any other thing is multiplication, which is what augment. That is his characteristics. And this is the final answer of this question. Let's go to the second question. Second example. Second example said truth table of what? K imply L, joint denier L or M. Then what am I going to do? I will do this one first as I'm doing in my calculator. I will do this one again. Then whatever I have here and whatever I have here, this man will take the final decision of the two. Then come over here. I have to say how many variables is here? 1, 2, 3. That's a K, L, M is variable. So I sit them down. K sit down, L sit down, M sit down. Then I produce their arguments. Look at their arguments. We have produced it. I told you we are not interested in how the table is formed. Rather, we are now interested in what characteristics of this word conjunction, which I mentioned that there are 5, 6 in number. We are now in the 51. Then after this one, we did the 6th one. Then we now go into how the table is created. Immediately we have done how the table is being created. You will learn how the table is being created. Any other thing is what question and what answer in what exam. Then we'll come to this. Look at it. I'm talking about what K imply what L. This is single implication. Then what is its characteristics? The characteristics of single implication, which we have done, is that what the one arrow pointing at determines the result. The variable which the arrow pointing at, which is now L, determines the result. But it is what he acts like what and that's that he changes what true false to the word true, and the variable that is what the arrow is pointing at determines the result. We're going to look at it. Which one arrow pointing at L, and who am I comparing it with K? And now look at it. This man is true here, my answer will be true. Here is true, my answer will be true. Here it's false, my answer will be false. Here it's false, my answer will be false. Here is true, my answer will be true. Here is true, my answer will be true. False, 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 it changes to the word true. False, false, it changes to the word true. Have you said it now? I have finished with this man. I come to this, A or L, which is augment. A or L. Then what is the characteristics of augment? He said what? It will only say false when two of you have said false. That means when L say false and M say false, that when false will come out from his mouth. Any other thing that's coming out from his mouth is what? True, 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 true. False will only come out from his mouth when two of you have said false. That's augment characteristics. I come to it, that's LM. And I say this and this will give me true. This and this will give me true. This and this will give me true. This and this, that's false, false. He said it's false. True, true is true. True, false is true. False true is true. False false is what? False. That's when it will only say false. Any other thing is true true, right? Then I come to this. And this man now is my judge. This man is what I produce. This produces this. Then this and this will be judged with this. And which means this and this. That's what we are judging now. This and this. Judged by what? Joint denial. And what is the joint denial? He said that's what? He acts like what? Angel. This man acts like angel. But he changes what? False to the word true. And true to the word false. That is characteristics. He acts like angel. What is the angel? Multiplication. Then he changes false to the word true, and true to the word false. Now look at it. True, he said it's going to be false. Then true, he said it's going to be false. False, true will give you false. False, which is false, it changes to the word true. And true, it changes to the false. True, it changes to the false. True, it changes to the false. True, false, he said it's going to be false. Are you going to say that? He acts like angel. He only work multiplying, but he changes true to the word false. And false to the word true. And that's all about what? Joint what? Denial. This is all about what? Joint denial. Let's go to the word exclusive of, which is our last judge.